we are back with another Ricky Gervais reaction. This time we are going to be checking out the Ricky Gervais Show Season 1 Episode 1 Space Monkey. Now I did watch the Ricky Gervais Learn English, which was pretty that was a hilarious video. And yeah, someone recommended me to check out some more Ricky Gervais. Now, if you do enjoy the video, right, be sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want some good karma, then you gotta press that thumbs up, right? That's how it works. Alright, I'm gonna stop my fucking bullshit talk here, and we are gonna get right into this video. Before we do though, I do have a gaming channel if you're interested. The link to it will be in the description down below. Let's just get into this video and see what it's about. Why is it so fucking bright all of a sudden? Is it this shirt? It's a jumper. Every time I wear it, it's so bright. Oh, the sun's out, that's why. The lighting's gonna be a bit crap. It is what it is. But yeah, let's get into it. HBO, alright. This should be good then.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and KARL Pilkington
gotta spill the tea.
Regularly for a series
Oh,
of
that's Carly.
conversations.
Carly boy.
This is one of them.
Testing. Is that alright? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little
That's
round
animated. Oh, that's sick.
That is KARL Pilkington.
Oh, that's cool. Alright.
You probably know me from such works as The Office and Extras. Stephen being my co-writer and co-director on those things. For those people who are
really?
not so aware of KARL Pilkington, he was our producer, sort of given to us when we first started on XFM. And you're thinking, well, why are we doing a podcast? It's because I like to be in a room with KARL Pilkington. You know, like some people go and help sort of chimps.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they go to the,
yeah,
the jungles and things.
And help out little sort of endangered
Diane
species.
Fossey or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, Diane Fossey of
He's a
of,
chimp.
Manchester scene.
Of the little bald mank world. And KARL Pilkington is an ongoing experiment for me because I've seen him blossom from an idiot into an imbecile. And I want to see.
I just roasted the
Look at
shit
that.
out.
He's got a perfectly round head, and that's why I'm doing this podcast. KARL, what do you think about all this?
It's just, I mean, we are living in that sort of era now, aren't we? That you need to be able to listen to stuff on demand when you want it and stuff.
I know you're not a fan of the
That's
iPod
true.
in general, are you? Or any of the MP3 things? You're concerned.
I'm warming to it, but
This is what's amazing about KARL. Even though he's talking about things like MP3 players, computers, iPods, he sounds like he was found in a glacier and thawed out. You know what I mean? And sort of taught to speak.
We're a couple of high school guys who found him and we're just trying to ingratiate him in the gang, trying to pass him off with someone
Oh.
from the day.
no. But
God
my thing
almighty.
with iPods is, now, do we need them? Do you know what I mean? We're living in that era now where we have invented most of the stuff that we need, and now we're just messing about.
They said that
That's
in
true.
1900. Someone actually said everything that's to be invented has already been invented. They
What?
said that in 1900. And how wrong were they?
No, but what came out? At what point? What was invented in that year where they went, right, that's it now?
The 20th century. Think what happened in the 20th century.
Go on.
Well, planes.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Planes and that. Do you need a plane?
I
Really?
think so,
Wouldn't
you
it be
need
better
that,
if we
yeah.
all stuck where we should be instead of travelling about? War. Well, look, war's happening, isn't it? Because everyone's saying, well, now we can fly. We'll go over there. And
So there were
and
no
all that.
wars prior to the invention of the aeroplane?
Not like there is today.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, the more the world's got smaller on it. Everyone's saying that, right? You know, the way I was saying to you the other day, you know, we now go to places where we shouldn't go. People go on holiday to places where you've got to have an injection before you go there.
Yeah.
Forget it then.
Yeah.
That's a warning.
Forget
Don't
it.
go
Well,
there.
I'm with you on that. I don't want to enter a country where I have to have an injection to stop me from dying while I'm in that country.
Right,
I
that's-
totally agree with you on that.
Nah, I think that's more fun. That makes the trip even more enjoyable. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, this sun, look at it. Look how bright I've become now. I kind of do understand that, you know, technology, at least these days, it's probably getting a bit over the top, where it's just, we need to have everything better and better and better. Just for the livelihood and shit to just be a lot more comfortable in general. And it's like, at what point do you get too comfortable? Holy shit, that is bright as flip right now. But what you said with the planes, I don't, oh my fucking god, look at it. It's a flashbang right now. I can't pull the curtain things or whatnot, because then the lighting just gets too dark in general. So I'm just gonna have to wait this shit out. Alright, I think it's better now. As I was saying, oh, I just can move my entire fucking table. What you said about planes, and that we don't need them, and we don't need to travel, that we should just stay where we are. I mean, that is, he's got a point there, for sure. But I feel like it's always good to travel and see the world, find different cultures, because that kind of brings us together and mixes us as a human race. If we only sat where we were supposed to be and whatnot, then it's like, we aren't really gonna know, you know, who the fuck lives over there. Like, oh, here comes our fucking sun again. Look at it! Oh my god! Look how white I am. I'm like the sun right now. Holy, I've never been this bright in my life. This is unreal. I'm literally whiter than a ghost. I could literally disappear right now. Right, as I was saying, it's good to fly and travel and see the world, see different kind of cultures and all that, and the plane does give us that opportunity. Otherwise, you just take a boat fucking ride. That would take like 3 weeks to go to the other side of the world, and that's a time waste, you know. And well, you would say, oh, planes, they're bad for the environment, you know, this, that, and the third, but it's still like, planes have helped a shit ton with moving stuff from one place to another, you know, helping different countries and whatnot. Like, planes are a good invention, but I do understand what it means with technology maybe advancing too hard.
What happened is, so they invented the plane, and it's like, oh, let's go on holiday, and then they go, oh, I die now. Oh, well, you've got to invent something. Let's invent an injection. And then it's like, right, well, what else do we need to go to that place? There's a lot of faffing. So
a lot of faffing.
Is that a place? A lot of faffing?
What I'm saying is, you know, Steve's travelled more than I have. You've been to, like, dangerous places.
I've been to places where you need injections, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind? You know, it makes
it
you
does.
experience other ways of life, other ways of thinking. It just enriches you as a human being. That's the whole reason people go travelling.
Well, since the invention of the telly, you don't have to go that far to see it.
Absolutely right.
So there you go then.
Okay,
the
yeah,
telly
sure.
was the 20th century, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's pretty good.
So where
Some
would
good
you
stuff.
where would you stop then? You'd stop making stuff now? Stop inventing stuff right now?
If we're going to invent something, right, forget, like, the traditional way of people having kids, right? The way they, you know, have it away and that. You know,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, you know, like the way that, you know, we have kids and stuff. If it'd be good if what happened was to control it is if man and woman, right, they're born and that, they enjoy their life.
Where's this
They
headed?
learn a lot. They live to be about 78, I think, by that point.
So specific.
No, well, by 78, I reckon you've sort of got to that point where you go, do you know what? I've done everything I'm going to do. If you haven't bungee jumped by the time you're 78, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
Your hips come off.
you've done it all now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you die, right? So say if everyone had that, they live to be 78. But then just as you die, you have a little baby inside you, and as you die, your life carries on.
Sorry, how is this happening? Are you mental?
No, but don't you think?
I mean,
Is this
I've never heard such
movies
drivel.
You're
writing
saying
or
that,
something?
But if Newton
What?
said it, you'd go, interesting. That's what annoys me.
Point is, Carl, he never would.
Nah, yeah, you
Well,
would
obviously,
never
that's
say
the
anything
point.
like
If
that.
you never say it, if you never
I
say
don't
it.
understand what you're talking about. How was it? How is there a little baby in a 78-year-old?
No, what I'm saying is it's like an apple where the apple grows and it's
Right,
got its
and there's
little
seeds in
baby
it.
pips in it, and the apple goes and the seeds are planted and a new one's born.
But that's what happens.
But that is what
Yeah,
reproduction
that
is.
is what
Yeah,
happens.
but I'm saying babies aren't being born left, right, and centre. It's controlled.
Oh,
that
so okay, yeah.
as someone dies,
So that the overpopulation doesn't.
But Carl, stop.
Speed up,
Whose
right.
responsibility is
Look,
this?
if you don't want to do
But
it, we
who's
won't do it.
It's
But
supposed to be nature. Has nature got to develop humans so that we act that way? We live that way, or is this a scientific experiment?
He said to you then, he said, look, if you don't want to do it, we don't need to do it. Like, if you're up for it, we'll sort it out.
Yeah, why not? Let's
We
do
can
it.
do that.
We'll have a wit round so we can do the research.
Let's
I
test
just
it out.
think At the end of the
Okay.
day, we've got to do something. And is anyone keeping an eye on this and looking at what we can do next to control the population thing? It does my head in that I've got to live in London for work and what have you. And there's loads of people here. And, you know, forget going out on a Saturday night, it's too busy. And you can't move and they keep... I mean, what annoys me about London
So
is...
your solution is that 78-year-old women have little babies inside them, and as they slip away into death, the little babies... And how is that baby then
Who looks
raised?
after
Who
the
looks
baby?
after the baby?
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty good system.
Where's the
having
parents?
A baby while you're young enough to
That's
look
true,
after that
who's
baby and
gonna-
make sure it lives to, you know, reproductive age itself.
I mean, that system's been working for years.
Nature's sort of sorted it out. Natural selection and evolution sort of makes that a good model.
But wait a minute, nature. Pop that on hold, because Carl Pilkington's got an idea.
Yeah.
It's just-
He's a
that's
fucking
what it was,
genius,
just
though,
an
isn't he?
idea.
Yeah, well, it was nonsense. But thank you
It
for
was
it.
the worst idea. I mean, it was the ramblings of someone you'd find by themselves in a hospital eating flies.
This is the sort of thing
Mental
you find
asylum.
when, if they find maybe a pamphlet or a booklet written by a psychopath. You know, someone just before they went on a rampage and then turned the gun
Some
on
crazy
themselves, they
nut.
go through their possessions and they find a book and it's got weird drawings, women with knives in their face,
Yeah.
and this kind of
In
garbage.
fact, I saw a similar sort of theory written out on a wall, but it was written in shit.
I'm not gonna pause it too many times. But the thing is with that, I'm pretty sure most serial killers have had like insane IQs. I don't know if that correlates with why they're killing people, like why they're doing what they're doing, but maybe the more intelligent you are, the more evil you are. I don't know how it really works, but yeah, man, they could write something like that. Carl's a genius, alright? I can see it already. I haven't even watched a lot, but I know he's a genius just from what he said. But with that, he could also be a serial killer. So yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
No, all I'm saying is, I think it's, you know, when people die normally, everyone's fed up about it, aren't they, and a bit down. But if when you pass away, you go, oh, we're gonna miss Gladys or whatever. But then there's this new life brought in. It's almost like a bad news, good
But
news.
you're talking about it like someone could pick this idea up and run with it. Like you've given them
It's a
enough
business
information
idea.
to do it. How is this possible? Where does she get the baby from?
Just make a company where you can do
Why
this.
does it grow? Why grow it in
Easy.
Gladys's belly? Why not have it in a drawer?
But what I'm
That was
saying-
definitely- just add water.
Just have an infant.
It's after son of Gladys.
There is no theory here. There's no. It's the ramblings of a madman.
What I'm saying is, though, the body's always changing, innit? From caveman to now, or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's
In
It's
some
changing.
cases.
And they're always finding
That's
out
true.
more and more. Like I read the other day about how they're saying, do you know, like they say, people have six senses.
Yeah.
There's loads more than that. Right. And
Which
there's
ones
this
are
one-
there?
So show me that you've got one.
No, right, and there's this one that's knocking about
Go on.
that what it is. Say if I'm in a pub, right, and I'm just doing a crossword or whatever,
Unlikely, but go on.
and there's some woman who's walked in, right, and she's staring at me.
Oh yeah, you can feel the
I know
staring.
she's
Yeah,
looking
that's
at me,
true.
and I look
that's
up and I look
true.
round. She's looking at me,
Right.
and they're saying that's a new sense that they found out from, like, you know, doing tests and what have you.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
And they're saying
okay.
that's been around
It is rubbish.
since like man and dinosaur was knocking about.
Yeah, I have that sense
No,
as
they've
well.
explained
I
it.
think it's safe to assume that, you know, that with your perfectly round head, people are always stopping and
No,
looking.
they
I mean,
explained
that you
it.
just know that there's probably going to be someone there.
They
Right.
said it's from the time when like caveman was like wandering about, and he'd go, hang on a minute, and he'd look round, there's a dinosaur there or whatever, and he'd
Right,
leg it.
this is nonsense. I hate when people use the term when caveman
Bro, Carl's a
was wandering
genius.
around.
He's a
Caveman and
genius.
dinosaurs. What have you been watching? Raquel Welch.
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean caveman wandering, knocking around with a dinosaur?
You know, the Flintstones is only partly based on fact. Dinosaurs and man did not coexist. The dinosaurs had long gone before man arrived. Extinct. You don't believe us?
What, you don't believe because you've seen...
Because you saw that film where they took pictures of lizards and magnified them and put them
He's
next
seen
to men
King Kong,
so
that's
they looked
why.
like they were fighting.
Yeah.
He's seen King
No,
Kong.
but why couldn't that have happened?
What is the film with Raquel Welch? A Million Years
10
BC.
million years BC or
A
something.
Million Years BC. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
She had a sort of woolly mammoth bikini. Fact.
why wasn't the dinosaurs back then just like how we have dogs now, in a way?
He's watching the Flintstones.
He's watching the Flintstones.
He's thinking of the Flintstones.
Oh.
That's
When
what
he
he's
puts out the saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Dido
And he
puts
mixes
in.
his concrete in a pelican.
I just think that there must have been a crossover point.
Why? Why did you say that? Why do you think there must have been
There
a
must
crossover
have
point?
been.
Because if nothing was knocking about at any point, how did anything carry on?
I know. Exactly. Why didn't Hitler meet Nero? It's weird, isn't it? There must have been a crossover. They must have met somewhere. They must have met at a party somewhere.
Mixed in similar circles.
Yeah. They must have bumped into... I can't believe it.
Forget it.
Oh.
Well, now time for one of our regular features. Monkey news.
Do the jingle.
Monkey news.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
What we're doing here is just giving you a bit of monkey news that's gone on, right? Where a monkey's been
Oh,
involved.
I love it already.
Good little story.
What's the news about monkeys?
Are you familiar with the one that went into space? The first sort of thing they ever sent up there before man did it and all that. You see, this is what annoys me with it really. Armstrong gets all the glory, but do you know who went up there before him?
The monkey.
Yeah. And what happened is they taught it what buttons to hit at the time it needed to hit them, and the way they did this was like give it bananas. It was like hit the red button, and it hit the red button and give it a banana.
Right.
And they go right, reverse is the green one, hit the green one, and then they do that and go there's a banana, and then they go right, hit reverse, and it go and get a banana. Hit the red, so it was taking commands on like headphones.
Right.
Right, but how are they
Is
giving
that
it the
how you
banana?
learn to do radio?
How are they giving it the banana?
What do you mean? No,
Well-
this is before it went. You wouldn't
Alright.
just go and put a monkey in it and go, there you go, get on with it. They'd sort of put them in one of them capsules.
Yeah,
that
they're
Yeah.
training
and they
in
were
it.
on
I
headphones.
don't
A
believe this
simulator.
happened.
Well, I'm telling you the story now. So the monkey
I don't
sat.
think they trained it to do anything. I think they sent it up there and he put electrodes coming out of it to see
No,
what.
It wasn't any of that. They did a thing like they do, like they can with animals. If you give something, like a treat, you can teach it how to do it. It's just like a dog, isn't it?
It's called Pavlovian conditioning. However, that was to see if it would salivate or go over to a particular corner, not if it could control a spacecraft.
Next one up. It's the next one up. As far as the monkey's not sat there going, oh, I'm a bit under pressure here, it's a rocket. All that's knowing is, I'm getting a banana if I hit that button. That's all the monkey's thinking about. Right?
They wouldn't put billions of
whatever.
space
But how
dollars.
can they be sure that it's going to press the button at that moment?
Because it's got headphones on.
Oh, right.
Well, what's to stop it from just hitting it any old time? Because it's a monkey and it's
Because
not a human.
Because he's trained now.
Because
it's
speaking
trained,
to
it's
this
fully
lot.
trained, yeah,
So
go
what
on.
happened is, anyway,
Oh, this is absolute rubbish.
they pop the monkey in there.
Yeah.
He's got his headphones on. They go in, right, hit the green one. And I think there's something there that a little banana comes out to keep it sane.
Oh, you're making this up.
I'm not, it's the same.
There's no way
He's
they made
making out, man.
a
He's
spacecraft
making out.
that had a banana
Where's he
dispenser.
read this
There's
shit,
no way in this world that they made a spacecraft that could go into outer space, right?
So what- so
manned
so-
by a monkey with a banana dispenser.
So you're saying that it's easy to send something up to space, but you don't believe there's a little banana machine.
Right, okay.
So it comes to the launch day. Monkeys sat in there. Everyone's ready. Bananas are stocked up and all the rest of it. They go, right, hit the green button. Right, and the rocket goes off.
I don't think it's that easy
they
to
would
launch
not
a
make the
fucking
monkey
rocket.
launch the rocket. Carl, you are living in a cartoon world.
So the rocket goes off. Right?
Absolute bollocks.
It's all going well.
I mean, I don't know
It's
what you're
all-
going to... It's
Nah,
not
I think
gonna
I've heard of
there's
this.
no way a
This is
monkey
true.
launched
It's
a
going-
rocket.
100%.
There is no way a monkey launched a rocket,
So
you
it's all
idiot.
going on. So they go and hit the left button, and it goes.
Well-known spacecraft
The
command.
left button.
This is Houston. Hit the left button. Oh, brilliant! This is what happened in Apollo 13. Hit the
They've
left
got a
button.
fucking console
So
game
you-
controller
left.
to
Yeah,
steer
it
it.
goes left.
So it goes left, and it's going well.
Left. It goes
I know.
left. No, the moon. You're going right.
It goes for the moon. Everything's going well.
Right.
They get up there. does whatever it does. It reverse. It comes back. Right? So then...
Honestly, you are brain dead.
Carl is so funny,
I would
man.
rather have the monkey
Oh
drive
my
me home
God.
than you.
So the thing is, so it lands back,
Yeah.
it does a good job and everything, it gets out, and
It's sick of bananas.
this is where it turns a bit sad, because after it's done that mission, right, because it happened and it was all safe and everything, the next one would have been to send man.
Right.
So the monkey enjoyed it and it was like, well, I want to do it again. But they were like,
So how did they know that? How did they know?
just the way it looked and what have you, it was like...
Oh my God.
Maniac.
So the thing is,
He was a bit
right,
sad,
after
isn't
it
it?
had done that, it was on such a high, right?
Yeah.
It could never get that high again.
Turn
There was
to
nothing.
drugs.
There was nothing that it could do.
Gets on
Went
heroin.
tour, didn't
It sort of ended up killing itself
Oh shit.
because it could never get that buzz that it
Right,
got.
that was absolute
Okay,
bollocks.
I don't
None
know
of that
about
is true.
that.
They sent a monkey into space, and I'll check that. Absolute
Jesus.
drivel.
So in your mind, it committed suicide. It went on a crazy bender, and women. And
Like
then,
it does happen. You
and
hear
then it
about
found
it.
in
you
a
hear
middle.
It does happen. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I met Derek Akora the other week,
Oh yeah.
right?
Now,
And
who's he? Which one's he?
he's
Is he a medium? He can contact the dead. Is that right?
he just chats to him and that,
Sure.
passes messages on.
Nice of him.
So I said, "Oh, tell us something a bit weird and that." So he said, "What do you want to know?" I said, "Just something weird." So he goes, "All right then." He said, "Here's one for you, right?" And he said, "There's this pub out in the country, and he said there's this mug. Do you know those old mugs that they have, where they used to like leave their own cup knocking
Like a
about, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Tankard thing."
Yeah.
So there was one of them mugs in there, right? And everybody.
Tankard, let's use tankard if we've
All right,
established
a
that's the word.
tankard, yeah.
Because you're the only mug in this story.
Right.
Believing it all.
High five. Great.
So this tankard's knocking about, right? And everyone who's running the pub keeps going, "Oh, I wish they'd stop leaving this tankard about," right? And they pick it up.
It must be a pain. Having a tiny, small tankard in a pub. That must be a real grind.
So every they sort of picked it up and went, "We'll have to wash that," and they popped it on a different sideboard. Next thing you know, that person who's touched it died, right?
Sure.
Right.
They must have been getting through bar staff.
So they kept getting new staff and that. And they were like, "Oh, what's the connection here?" Right? So they get a
Wait a
vicar in,
minute.
Of course they do.
and they go, "Look, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. this tankard, every time someone touches it, they die." So he said, "Leave it with me."
Oh.
He gets his special water out and what have you. He comes round, does a little prayer, sprinkles it. He goes, "Right, not a problem, don't worry about it." He picks it up, chucks it in the bin. Guess what?
What?
Dies in a crash. Because he picked it up.
What,
Where's he
You're
at?
telling me this
Where
like
has
it's
he heard
fact.
this story?
Have I
Man?
meant to go? That's
Derek
amazing.
Akora, he told me.
Oh right.
I have no opinion of that story, other than
Right.
I'm pretty sure there was absolutely no connection between touching
Ugh.
the tankard and him dying. That's all I'm sure
It's
of.
not just him though, is it? It's-
I'm not going to even contest the chain of events. All I'm saying is there is no connection. There is no connection possible because I believe in logic and the laws of the universe.
Yeah, but what I mean, you never pick up a vibe of. Like, I've got a mate, right, who is living in this big stately home, right, and he's living in there now. He pays £100 a month. There's about 80 rooms, and it's this big stately house and what have you. And I went down there. He said, "Oh, come down and have a look," right. And from outside, you go, "Oh, this is brilliant. It's like something out of, like the Man of Born or something." You go, "This is impressive," but then when you get in, it's like it's a wreck. And
Oh,
we go in,
shit.
and all the floors are like
Might be a
wrecked
crack
and
down
rotten
or
and
something.
stuff. And I looked at the wall, and there was like a little piece of paper stuck on the wall,
Ooh.
right? And I said, "What's this here?" So I wandered over, right? Got right up close to it, and somebody had wrote
Somebody had roted.
Oh,
Somebody had roted.
Roted.
Yeah, go on.
so there's a little sign there, right? And I go up to it, and it says flies, right, with an arrow. Flies this way,
Yep.
right? I think that's a bit weird. So I follow the arrow, right, which goes to this corner where there's a shelf about 3,000 dead flies on it.
Oh my god.
What?
Condom stuck on the top.
What? Why is
That's
that?
weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
That
That
is
is
fucking
weird.
weird.
So I'm looking at that, and there's loads of stuff on the floor and that, bits of paper. Picked up this bit of paper, right? And it had, like in biro and that, it looked really old, like it'd been there years. And it had something like, need nappies, dummy, right? Blankets, blah, blah, all this, like, all stuff for, like... And I turned it over, right? And it said, none of this now needed, baby dead.
Right.
What?
Now that's weird, isn't it? Now that's what I'm talking about when you get a bad vibe. You go, that's
Yeah, I'd get out of there, man. I would
It's
not
bad
touch
vibe.
anything
It's just
in
based
there.
on the fact that
Your mate's in charge.
yeah, that's terrifying. I mean, yeah, so it's like saying, are we scared of the dark? Yes, I understand why people are scared of the dark. I'm a little bit scared of the dark. You're walking along.
Because you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, you don't know what's in the darkness. That's why people get
The
nervous. It doesn't mean
unknown,
you have to
yeah.
make the leap then that you've got some paranormal sense. Oh my God, I'm Carl Pilkington, and hang on, just like Derek Acora, I have sensed something strange and evil in this room. Wait a minute, there's some flies in a condom. I was right all along.
That is weird.
Flies in a Johnny equals badness.
The flies in the condom was weird.
It's
now.
weird. I know that it's
But the note.
Yeah.
I just think of his face when he saw that. Reading it by torchlight. He must have been terrified.
It's a bit odd.
Oh shit, man. Oh my god, man. Holy shit, that was funny. Oh wow. That monkey news. He must sit and like brainstorm and just make this shit up. There's no way he's actually like read about all this. There's absolutely no way, man. Oh, his jokes. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to check out more episodes of this. This was hilarious. I wonder how many seasons there are. Well, I mean episodes, because this was hilarious. I'm gonna have to check more videos about this, because that was hilarious, man. Jesus Christ, Carl he's something else. His storytelling is so good, man. But yeah, this video was really long, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm not gonna waste any more of your day. We don't need any of that. So yeah, hope you did enjoy the video. Please be sure to subscribe and also like the video, and I'll hopefully see you in my next up and coming video coming out in the future.